Boom. All right, what's going on, you guys? It's Royce Jacob. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Waves Weekly, series I post on Saturdays where we cover recent news and current events that I believe will impact the markets. These episodes are meant to be more chill, so sit back, grab yourself a drink. Right now, I am personally drinking Celsius kiwi guava flavor. These things are freaking delicious. Celsius, please sponsor me. But regardless, cheers to the weekend, you guys. I hope you're all having a very fun and relaxing weekend. Always nice to get away for a couple of days, but of course, you got to stay on your toes, be ready for the week ahead, okay? So again, cheers to the weekend, you guys. Let me know in the comments down below what you're drinking and what you're up to this weekend. So again, cheers, and then we'll get into it. Pinkies up always. Okay, so as always, we'll quickly go over each topic we're going to be discussing. You guys, there was so much going on this week, and I did my best. I was going through so many articles. There were so many articles this week that I wanted to cover, but obviously I had to narrow it down to the most exciting yet entertaining and informative ones, so I did my best to do so today. We will kick it off. Cannot kick it off with Ethereum, almost at $3,000 right now. You guys, it's crazy to see how far Ether has come. I've mentioned this before, and I hate kind of like almost bragging about this, but you guys, the reason Ether specifically is so close to my heart, I bought Ether back in 2017 at like 30, I believe it was $34 was my average purchase price for Ether back in like March or April of 2017. And it's just insane to see how far it's come. Ether was the first investment I ever made that made me a significant amount of money. I'll forever be grateful to Ether. And again, it's crazy to see during this recording because we are ripping as we speak right now. It's going to be so exciting to see if Ethereum can break the elusive $3,000 mark. We broke back into the channel. We're not really going to be talking about technicals today. I will focus on that over the next couple of videos over crypto convos and whatnot. But Ether, looking great, you guys. We are in this top ascending channel. I'm sure you guys can assume, just looking at this chart, you guys know what my price targets are, but we're not going to dive into technicals today. Again, this is a more news-focused episode, but in regard to Ether, the article that we're going to be covering is from CoinDesk titled, Ether Could Hit 10K, Fundstrat Says, Touting Network Value versus Bitcoin. So, as I've been saying, you guys, the markets, because altcoins have been holding such dominance over Bitcoin, over the past couple of weeks, like month or so now, Bitcoin dominance has just been falling off an absolute cliff, and that shows, to me at least, that investors are feeling very techy. They're really focusing on this kind of next layer of the financial markets, this financial system 2.0, DeFi, etc., all the apps that are being built on Ethereum. And again, as I've said in previous videos, as I said in my Bitcoin versus Ethereum video, Bitcoin is gold 2.0. Ethereum is oil 2.0, or Bitcoin is digital gold, Ethereum is digital oil. And that's because you need Ethereum to operate all of the apps and everything that's built on top of Ethereum. So DeFi, NFTs, etc. Okay, so Ethereum could hit 10K. We'll see if that's, we're not obviously not going to see if that's true, but we will go over Fundstrat's arguments as to why they believe Ethereum could hit 10K by the end of this year, okay? So we'll go over this, move on to stocks, because not only the crypto markets are exciting right now, the stock markets, the big dogs, the tech titans absolutely crushed earnings this week. So tech giants, CNBC, tech giants earnings showed their absolute dominance. And if I'm sure all of you are aware at this point that you know these companies all announced earnings, and I'm sure most of you are aware that they absolutely crushed earnings. I believe the stocks did fall a little bit just because the markets have exploded so much. Even extremely impressive earnings almost are tough to justify the valuations. But what are even valuations at this point? Valuations, which we'll kind of get into at the end of this, even in the next two articles, the definition of valuation, of fair value, I should say at least, is very gray. And it continues to be gray throughout this 2020-2021 market environment where so much capital is just being injected into the markets. There's so much liquidity that values don't really, that valuation again becomes gray because there's just a flood of liquidity, okay? So I'll kind of talk to you guys about that. Just give you guys a few of my thoughts regarding that volatility, or the valuations and whatnot, and I guess the volatility too, because the markets are extremely volatile right now. So we will go over this. We're not going to go over any numbers here. Just kind of again talked about how big tech. We can talk about the monopolistic practices of these guys. We're probably not going to, but I did think this was a very interesting article, and I want to read you guys just a few paragraphs from this guy. Next article: William Morris parent Endeavor's IPO. 5 things to know about the entertainment giant. So Endeavour Group did IPO this week, the Entourage IPO, the Ari Gold IPO. If you guys don't know, if you guys ever watch Entourage, I love the Entourage. This guy right here, this is Ari Emanuel, and he is the CEO of Endeavour Group, which owns the UFC. They own so many, they're just kind of own entertainment, many branches of entertainment that You guys would obviously recognize if you knew some of the names in there. But Entourage, Ari Gold was based on this guy. Again, that makes this so much funner and that much more entertaining. And the IPO did very well. So the IPO did well. I believe it closed the week, or closed the IPO day at least, up 5%. And yeah, it might be a little overvalued. But as I just said, what do valuations even mean? One of the articles I want to talk to you guys about was referencing how overvalued, from a historical perspective, from a PE ratio perspective, Endeavour Group is at like a $10 billion valuation, which I believe is what it closed at. But again, valuations are all in the eyes of the beholder, especially in this retail-driven market. And when it comes to retail-driven markets, Dogecoin, the good old Doji, is the king of the retail meme stocks. So the retail pump, what is valuation? Valuation is all in the eye of the beholder, of the investor, I should say. So last article, and this will also double as my content of the week, Elon Musk, Doge market maker, 100%. Meme currency pumps as SNL skit looms. No one man should have all that much wower. So Dogecoin, again, the king at this point, maybe the single greatest meme ever created. Definitely the most profitable and lucrative meme ever created. Is on a tear right now, you guys. Doge, if we go back here, not only Ether, but even Link, Doge, altcoin, specifically Bitcoin, is, as you can see, is lagging. The Bitcoin dominance continues to fall off a cliff, and I believe that trend will continue for a few of the reasons that I mentioned prior. But Link, Doge up almost 17% right now at almost 40 cents. So if you guys are holding Doge, as you guys know, if you have tuned in before, I'm not a Doge guy, but I get the mission. I understand it. And again, because I'm more of like, I'm not even a traditional investor, but I'm not on the Doge train, but I respect the Doge train. I'll gladly watch with bated breath to see if Doge does hit $1. So we'll see if Doge happens. Again, my content of the week, I'll just say right now, Elon Musk on SNL tonight. So you guys, that's going to be exciting. Elon Musk. It's going to be very interesting to see how Elon performs on SNL, because he's gotten a lot more comfortable. I just watched, if you guys watched that interview with him that was posted a few days ago with Peter Diamandis, amazing individual, founder of the X Prize. If you guys watch that YouTube video, that's also content for you. I'm sorry you don't have it up, but it's on YouTube. Type in Elon Musk, Peter Diamandis, and it'll come up. It was just posted a few days ago. It's popping off. Great interview. Elon Musk is rocking a freaking like fade and a mullet. So this guy is getting more comfortable over time. He's pretty much this dude is the most intricate, unique, and arguably impactful individual to ever exist on this planet. And the fact that he's backing Dogecoin, he probably holds a fat bag of Dogecoin. He is becoming a Dogecoin billionaire. But again, you guys, it's going to be interesting, at least from my perspective, to see how he performs on SNL. So let me know down below if you guys are planning on watching that as well, and we can talk some shopping in the Discord or wherever you guys want to talk about that after we watch it, so after the fact, all right? Again, that is my content of the week, as well as that Elon Musk, Peter Diamandis interview. Before we dive into the articles, I will ask you guys, as always, to please give the video a like if you do go on to gain value from it today, or if you're just interested in the markets right now, if you're interested in any of the articles we're talking about, or if you're watching Elon perform on SNL, if you think he's going to crush it or not, if you're invested in Doge, all that good stuff. So it means a lot if you guys give the video a like, drop a comment down below. Again, just talk. I want to know your guys' thoughts on every subject we're talking about today. And of course, check out the complete portfolio daily newsletter, the Discord, all these good products. To my existing subscribers, if you didn't catch yesterday's episode, I'm working as hard as I can on the few of you that are not receiving the emails. Again, it makes me so upset. Bad for business, bad for you guys, which is more important to me. And yeah, if you guys aren't receiving the newsletters, go into the portfolio. I have it in the course curriculum right here. So if we go here, just go to the Teachable page, go down the course curriculum. It's going to be right here. So just go here, daily newsletter, April 30th. Every day after I send out the newsletter, I will upload it here if you guys aren't receiving it. But trust me, you guys, I'm working with Teachable. And Teachable it needs to step up their game, and I'm doing my best to have them do so, to make sure those newsletters are getting out to you guys who are paying me your hard-earned money to do that. And trust me, I've been sending them out. Okay, so I'm doing my best here. I'm really trying to work hard, and it is stressful, but doing this all for you guys. Okay, so if you guys are part of this, if you guys want to know exactly how I'm trading, what I'm trading, as well as a daily newsletter explaining my trades, explaining my thoughts, throwing some analyses in there during market hours, first link down in the description. $15 a month. I really appreciate it if you check it out. But lately, I just want to talk to my existing subscribers and let you guys know that, again, I'm doing my best to fix any issues that may be happening for some of you. I know most of you aren't experiencing that, but for the few of you who are, I just want to focus on you guys and make sure you're all good. Okay, so again, if you want to join the Waves fam, appreciate that a lot. First link down below, but if not, no worries at all. Let's hop into this. Just take a look here. So Ether is so close to breaking $3,000, and we will come back at the end of the video to see if it has broken past 3K. But for now, fun strap. Ethereum, the second largest cryptocurrency by market cap, could see further gains towards $10,000 this year after reaching a new all-time high around where it's at right now, $29.50. On Thursday, a roughly threefold increase forecast by Fun Strat. Let's go over a few key points here. Ethereum's market cap has risen to 30% of Bitcoins over the recent weeks. That's crazy. During the last market cycle, Ethereum broke this level and had as high as 80% of Bitcoin's value. The crypto narrative is shifting from Bitcoin to Ethereum and other segments like DeFi, decentralized finance, and Web 3.0 apps. Exactly. Fundstrat is bullish on ETH, and new financial applications are being developed on the Ethereum network, which has grown significantly in scale over the last year. These applications are generating 3x fees for Ethereum network versus Bitcoin, which traded at 3x the market cap. In crypto accounting terms, this is the same as a company using revenue less operating costs and earning profit that is used to buy back the stock. This means the network would become profitable like a company once ETH supply reduction from burn fees outpaces inflation, wrote Fundstrat. Fundstrat also expects Bitcoin to reach $100,000 this year and the total crypto market cap to reach $5 trillion. So that's about a $5 trillion crypto market cap is just over 2x from where we're at now, okay? So ratio of Ethereum to Bitcoin market cap, again, you guys can see that it's crazy how far Ethereum is coming and how much it's just absolutely ripping. But again, Ether is Web 3.0, financial system 2.0, and it makes sense to me at least that Ether is really seeing its time to shine because investors are, as we've observed over this market, especially considering this next article that we're going to hop into, very tech focused right now. And although Bitcoin, it did create the blockchain, like Bitcoin is the genesis blockchain technology, but Ethereum, it's having so much tech built upon it. And again, Ethereum is like digital oil to Bitcoin's digital gold, all right? Tech giants earnings show their absolute dominance, you guys. These companies are just on an absolute tear. Key points, in many cases, relatively small businesses, units buried within the giants are generating more revenue than entire big name tech companies. These tech giants turn the law of large numbers on its head. So I just want to explain this before we read through a couple of these paragraphs here. We'll keep this one pretty quick, okay? This is all we're going to read. I just want to let you guys know that. So these companies are massive. Multi-trillion-dollar companies. It's crazy to say that, you guys. And just the growth that these guys are experiencing, again, solidify these absolute titans of industry. Like, I know a stat. I don't think it covers it here, but I think if you combined the FANG stocks, the tech giants that just released earnings this week, just based on revenue, they're like the 5th largest country in the world in accordance to GDP, okay? So that's crazy. It shows the scale of these companies, and I'll just read through this and we can talk about it a little more after. But again, you guys, it's crazy to see how far these are coming, and these guys are not going anywhere unless some antitrust laws or something are put in place for monopolistic practices, which I don't think is likely, because they're providing so much value to the world. But again, just an interesting thought experiment. Let me know what you guys think about this, because we're not diving deep again. This is more just to kind of initiate the conversation with the Waves fam, okay? So the tech industry is really two industries. There are 5 giants, which operate at almost unimaginable scale, and then there's everyone else. Alphabet, Amazon, Apple, Facebook, and Microsoft all reported March quarter earnings this week. FAMG. And some of the numbers that came out showed how dominant they are. In many cases, relatively small business units buried within the giants are generating more revenue than the entire big name tech companies. Google's YouTube, shout out to the home platform. Shout out to you guys. Is on track to generate as much revenue this year as Netflix. That's insane. Once dubbed a peer in the collection of FANG stocks, yet YouTube is a relatively small business for Google, accounting for only 13% of its advertising revenue. Parent company Alphabet gained $4.5 billion from an increase in value investments it has made in startups over the last decade. That's like Alphabet Ventures. Shout out Kevin Rose there. And the value of investments it has made in startups over the last decade, and many of those startups have gone public or raised new rounds at dramatically higher valuations. So it's important to remember, you guys, a lot, especially Google, these companies are not only product companies, they're investment firms, they're angel investors, they're venture capitalists. So they're venture firms who invest in early stage companies, and they use all of their knowledge to build up these promising small companies into titans. Again, like Facebook buying Instagram for $1 billion. Instagram is now like a $40 billion company, probably more. because it's not public, but just based on that. Amazon bought Twitch, Google obviously bought YouTube years back, and it's one of the most, it's as profitable as Netflix almost, which is just insane, or at least generating as much revenue. So again, you guys, these are, it just kind of, I'm not really talking about the stock right now. I'm sorry if you guys want me to talk about the stock, but again, this is more just kind of the thought experiment. Amazon's advertising business generated close to $7 billion during the quarter, and its growth rate is accelerating. That's nearly 7 times as much as all of Twitter, but it's barely noticeable against Amazon's total quarterly revenue of over $108 billion. The company's cloud computing business, Amazon Web Services, generated, God, I'm tripping all over the place, man, generated more revenue in the first quarter of 2021 than all of Oracle did in its fiscal it's Oracle. But again, you guys, these guys, this article pretty much is just summing up, as I've been saying this whole time, the titanistic tendencies of these companies. They're just absolute powerhouses. And again, I don't think these companies are going anywhere unless, once again, that antitrust, if the government decides to crack down, because again, these companies, based on revenue, have like the 5th largest, if they were a country, have like definitely single digit. Please correct me on, I can't, I've been looking at articles all day. I can't remember the specific stats, so please correct me on this if I'm wrong. But I believe like the 4th or 5th largest GDP if these companies were a country, okay? So again, let me know what you guys think about these earnings. If you guys are invested, if you guys trade these guys. I'm not a trader of blue chips personally. If you guys know me, that's very obvious to you. But again, it's always fun. It's always important to understand other aspects of the market, just the financial ecosystem as a whole. It all works, it's all one big ecosystem, and everything does impact each other in the slightest. Again, how altcoins are crushing it right now. Tech is crushing it right now. We're obviously having a tech moment, and obviously it's been a tech moment, but right now tech is just at the forefront of everyone's mind, and that reflects in investor action. So that's kind of my takeaway here that I want to share with you guys. Closing it out with the funnest one, but Tesla CEO, talking about the Endeavour group. This does segue into the other one as well. Tesla CEO Elon Musk, a popular name with retail investors, but the most popular, is joining the Endeavour board. So this, just prefacing this, the Ari Gold, the entourage, the Elon Musk, this is so 2021 market environment right now, okay? So let's read through some of this, and I'll give you guys some of my thoughts. Endeavour Group Holdings, Inc., the Los Angeles-based entertainment powerhouse and owner of William Morris Agency, sports modeling agency IMG, and mixed martial arts outfit UFC, priced its IPO late Wednesday at the top of its expected price range. The company sold 21.3 million shares, priced at $24 each, the top of its proposed price range of $23 to $24, raising about, $511 million at a valuation of a little over $6 billion. You guys, I'm going to take a sip of Celsius. Cheers. A previous effort to complete an initial public offering was canceled in October 2019 following pushback from investors who were put off by its complicated finances at a time when other deals were flopping. The timing is unusual for this second bid, too, given that the company has taken quite the hit during the pandemic, which halted live events and TV and film production. The business Endeavour relies upon to make money. So it's crazy, you guys. Endeavour did acquire UFC last year. I'm sure most of you guys are familiar with that. And it's just crazy to think that might be the worst timed acquisition. If you're talking about short term, it will obviously pay off long term. UFC fights were fire. If you guys watched that last week, and let me know. The Usman, the Weidman leg break, insane. But yeah, let me know if you guys saw those fights down below, because those were sick. The Masvidal Usman fight was not super sick, but the Rose fight was amazing. While we believe the long-term value of premium intellectual property, content, and experience is enduring, the near-term impact to our business as a result of COVID-19 has been significant. The company acknowledges its filing documents. Moving on, Endeavour mentions the word streaming 62 times in its new IPO prospectus, up from 42 last time around, which shows that they're trying to appeal, again, the tech. They're going tech, all in on tech. Streaming. Disney was pretty much single-handedly saved by their Disney Plus platform over the course of this pandemic. Streaming is hot. Although Netflix is still, I mean, that's just to speak. Like, the fact that YouTube generated almost as much revenue as Netflix just speaks to how, like, this just speaks to what we're doing right now. The value of live, the value of just throwing on your computer, watching something when you, like, whatever you want, when you want. That's what it's all about. It's all about ease of accessibility. It's all, I mean, not ease of access, which is accessibility, I guess, but it's all about how it's all about how you need to watch what you want to watch when you want to watch it. And again, I think that's why they definitely bumped up the word streaming by 50% in the new prospectus. UFC was the first major American sport to resume live events in 2020. Good for them. Another move that has caught attention, Tesla chief executive Elon Musk is joining the Endeavour board. And again, you guys, Ari Gold, if you guys watch Entourage, just let me know that down below as well. I love that show, and it's just funny to think about just everything. Of course, Ari Gold, Ari Emanuel, whatever, got Elon Musk on his board. So let's just talk about Elon Musk and close this bad boy out. So, Doge market maker, Elon Musk. Meme currency pumps as SNL skit looms. No man should have all that much wower. So, Doge is set to make its pop culture debut as week-long pomp carries the meme cryptocurrency up 12% on the daily to 33 cents and a staggering 43.8% higher on a 7-day basis. Some are now speculating the rally could be fueled perhaps in part by a social media tease from billionaire Elon Musk that he'll be participating in a Saturday Night Live skit titled The Dogefather. If you guys are holding Doge right now, you guys keep in mind, everyone's talked to me about Doge. They're like advertising my freaking real estate agent who's like a beautiful woman, but she's like a 15-year-old like super local lady from Hawaii, was asking me if she should invest in Doge like 2 weeks ago. So just be very, very careful. Everyone knows about Doge at this point. This, in my opinion, will be a buy the hype, sell the news. The Dogefather, SNL, May 8th, in the words of Mr. Musk himself. Musk's fascination with digital currency dates back to last year, and he has recently only seemed to double down on what may be an elaborate social media prank. Well, one of his companies, electric car maker Tesla, added BTC to the balance sheet last year. Tesla also sold BTC. We will talk about that in the next crypto convo, likely. The entrepreneur still seems to approach crypto generally with a touch of befuddlement, admitting the blockchain could be the future of human commerce while also poking fun at its subsidiary absurdities. What would be the most ironic outcome? That the currency that was invented as a joke, in fact, became a real currency, he said of Doge in an interview in February. Kevin Svensson, Elon Musk talks about Dogecoin, released 4 hours ago. Elon Musk said there's a good chance that the crypto is the future currency of the earth, but which one is it going to be? Insane, you guys. And again, it's important to remember this. Shout out to Cointelegraph. They always make the bet. This artwork is so beautiful and it's so appealing. I just like looking at it, to be honest. But again, you guys, just keep in mind, this is a meme coin. If you hold it, freaking congrats. I would, if it were me, if I got in on Doge a couple months ago when it started, and it's like over 10x since it started ripping, like back in like February or something, I would definitely consider taking, go watch some of my profit videos, how I take profits on rips. At least take some off the table. So if it were me, I would take probably 30% off the table. I'm assuming if you got in again a couple months ago, if you have 10x your investment, taking about 20 to 30% off, even if you're still bullish, would make it so you're playing with house money at that point. It's very, very unlikely that Doge just crashes to zero. I do think Doge will ultimately reach single-digit cents. When that is, I have no idea. But this is the you guys. And I hate saying like you guys know, because there may be some of you guys who are new around here, but I've said so many times, which is why I usually I feel like I have to say that. I've said so many times, I've made the far majority of my current net worth. I've made a good chunk of change on capitalizing on bubbles, on catching bubbles early, catching macro trends early, and not with Doge, because just again from a fundamental perspective, that's just not my style as a trader. Again, love watching it. I love what it's about. I love the fact that so many people who may have been shut out over this past year are making a shitload of money, to be honest. But just be careful, you guys. So just be careful with this one. Take some profits if you've 10, 15 extra investments. Congrats. Cheers to you guys. Cheers to you guys. I'll pop up in a brewski after this. But again, you guys, please be careful. And let me know down below if you guys watch that Elon Musk SNL sit. And if you're part of the Discord, I will hop in a little later to talk about that, because we gotta talk about that Elon Musk SNL skit. Okay, so we'll call it there, you guys. Look forward to chopping it up with you downstairs in the comments or in the Discord if you guys are part of that. And until next time, always remember, take action, make waves. Peace.